My name is Rebel Wilson, and welcome to this DVD designed for students with disabilities who are in Year 12 and are thinking maybe about going to university or to TAFE. Is that you? Is that you out there thinking that, yes, maybe I would like to go on to tertiary study? Well, I'm glad that you're thinking about that, because let's face it, the more educated you are, the more attractive people find you. It's true. I just graduated from university myself this year, and now I have to beat people away with nunchuckers. It's like I'm a magnet for people. I get asked out all the time. Anyways, enough about that. That's embarrassing. Let's get on to what this DVD is all about. It's about helping you, giving you some tips about going to university and what to do once you're at university if you're a student with a disability. Sound exciting? I'm excited because there's students here with disabilities who are going to talk to you, and also some really expert professionals who are also going to give you their advice. So let's kick things off, shall we? Beep, beep. It's locked. Let's head into the university.
Let's pretend that this is real. Let's say this really is the deal. The way you put me out, it makes me doubt.
We've got Mesa, Reese, and Liam here. And first of all, I thought what might be good to talk about is how you chose the uni or TAFE course that you wanted to do.
Originally, I thought I wanted to be a chef.
Yeah.
And not knowing how to cook, that was a barrier.
Unlucky.
So I did an apprenticeship trial, and then I completely freaked out and went to my careers advisor and said, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And the only thing that I was really good at high school was theatre and arts and stuff.
Yeah, and Liam, was it a similar story for you?
I'm probably a bit different. About year 9 or 10, didn't do any schoolwork, kind of didn't like school. Then I started doing Japanese, and since then I've been studying it straight. Like, in end of year 10 I went over there for 10 months to study. And when I got back, I'm like, I want to keep studying. I want to become fluent in Japanese, so then naturally you have to go to university to get the stuff you need to get done.
And so you went to TAFE, technically, before you got into university. Was that hard to do that?
Yeah, it was difficult, because I went from doing a course that had no reading and writing, because I'm dyslexic and that just doesn't work sometimes, to going a course where your main social work degree is all reading and writing. So I had to develop a lot of learning strategies about that, learning to use adaptive software and talking to teachers and stuff.
What is, going a bit off topic, but what is adaptive software?
It's like software...
Or adaptive technology, is that what it's also
adaptive
called?
technology.
Yeah.
It's like software that does stuff that you can't do. So I can't...
So it's not like a Nintendo...
I wish.
Does what you don't do best. Like, I can't talk, I can't write, so I talk to the computer and it'll write what I say.
Wow.
And if I have a trouble with it, it'll read stuff out to me.
Yeah. Awesome.
And like, I use adaptive technology because I can't see it. Because I don't have access to the physical information on the computer, so then I have to have the software read to me what's doing what am I typing. Like, every time I push the space bar, it'll read me the word, and so forth. So then I would use this software stuff, and I'm always using every semester. I'm always using something different. Like, one semester I'm using Dolphin, which is like a reading one, and it would read to you as it goes, which is quicker than me trying to read it.
Yeah.
And then I think now I'm using Amers. I'm using all these different kind of stuff. It's insane amount. Now I'm using Braille, so it's another strategy of learning to the literacy side. But
do you get to choose the voices that it reads out the information
the
to you?
The problem is it takes up too much memory, so you have to be stuck with this boring voice.
Because like I have a TomTom, navigational device in my car, and I always like choosing the New Zealand sounding voice because it's a funny accent.
200 metres, turn right.
Yeah.
I've got on my one I can choose. Like, I've got Karen, and Karen.
Yeah.
Karen talks a bit slow sometimes, so I get to speed Karen up. Like, get to the point, Karen. sort of a thing.
All right, so let's go back for a little bit. Once you've decided on the course and you finish high school and you get into uni, then there's there might be a question about, well, how do you get support once you're at uni? Did you guys have to seek out support or support services when you're at uni?
Yeah, majorly.
Yeah. What did you have to?
I had to go meet with the liaison office and meet with them, and then get stuff written up. Then I had to go talk to my lecturers, which was quite scary.
Yeah, because
Like,
you don't know them.
200 people, and I have to go forward and say, I'm different, I need special stuff, and am I going to get it or not?
Like, I'm registered with the Disability Liaison Unit, which really helps because they get the ball rolling. They do lots of behind-the-scenes sort of stuff, so they get all my readings for me in, like, a Word document instead of a chunky textbook that is inaccessible.
Yeah.
And then for myself, they've helped me understand what I need to say to my teachers and what ways I can do it best.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Mesa, did you?
I guess,
what was your experience like?
I went. I think when I was at school, we had all these sessions. My visiting teacher at the time would go see these VTAC nights and all these kind of information nights.
Yeah.
And then at the information nights, they made it so important that the minute you get your offer to go register with a disability unit, like seriously, the minute you get your offer, even if it's your second choice or your third choice, whatever, even if you haven't registered yet, even if you haven't enrolled but you've got your offer, I think one of the first things I did, I called the disability service at my uni and I said, I've got my offer and I'm so excited. And they're like, oh, come in and you're going to have to register with us. And then, so then I rocked up on campus like 2 months before semester started, like literally early January, the minute we got our offers.
How have you found the social side of university?
It's pretty good. I really like going to uni because it's like, hey, you want to get a coffee? Let's get a coffee.
Yeah.
I go to RMIT, which is in the middle of the city, so there's distractions everywhere.
Yeah.
But but it's really fun. My course goes for 4 years now, so you get to know people for 4 years really, really well, and it's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all my questions for you guys. Thank you. But I think I might go and hunt down some more students with disabilities and see what they have to say. Hi, my friend Ben.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Funny seeing you here at the vending machines. Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Just getting a drink.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Now, you're a student with a disability, aren't you?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't look like you have a disability. You've got what's called a hidden disability.
That's right, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And how are you finding uni?
Good. I'm in my last year of my journalism degree.
Yeah.
My 6th year studying, and it's good to finally almost be at the end of it.
Yeah, I bet. You can see the light.
Yes,
yeah.
I can.
And it's not just the light coming from the vending machine.
No, it's not, is
No.
it?
Okay, so let me tell you about when you started uni.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you needed to disclose your disability?
Absolutely, yeah. I did, because I think if I didn't tell them, there would be a lot of problems, because if I didn't tell them, there would be a lot of problems later with academic stuff. I mean, early on there was some problems with one particular staff member, but after I told her and everyone else knew, it was fine.
Yeah.
I feel the earlier you tell people, it saves problems and people don't get angry or upset or frustrated with you, and they understand why you might laugh at something that may not be funny to them, or why you might ask questions in a different way, or little things like that we might not always pick up, but I'm subconsciously always thinking about myself.
Yeah. And how do you know who to disclose your disability to?
I sort of try and be pretty proactive about it, and I disclose to everyone.
Yeah, so to all your lecturers.
Everyone, everyone knows about it.
People might be in your class as
Absolutely,
well.
yeah. Everyone I have classes with knows about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So you would recommend to other students, that they disclose their
of course.
their disability. And
I have a problem with those of them that think that they might get bullied by mentioning it. It's better to be mentioning it by mentioning it. People might understand you better and not give you such a hard time.
Yeah.
And comprehend you more too.
Yeah. So you take the first step, and
of course
that way everyone understands the situation. And
yeah.
What advice would you give to students with disabilities who are starting out at uni or at TAFE?
Probably tell them to be calm.
chillax.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid about disclosure.
Yeah. It's great that you say that, because I think a lot of students might be thinking, you know, oh, I'm not sure who to tell or
That's right,
if I tell people. Yeah, so you recommend disclosure.
If there's help there through the disability liaison unit or, you know, things like that, don't be afraid to go and talk to them. They're not there to give you a hard time, they're there to help you. Take advantage of them. I know I certainly have, and it's made it a lot easier for me.
Awesome. Well, I'll leave you to continue your caffeine fix, and I might go and harass some other students.
Thanks, Rebel.
So we're in the library.
Yeah.
This assistive technology on this computer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like I can talk to the computer and it does what I tell it to. Pretty much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure there's students out there watching who are in Year 12, and they're also students with disabilities. What advice would you give them? You know, they're thinking about coming to university or to TAFE. What advice would you give them?
I would say do your research really well about what services you can get at each particular uni, and that when you get there, don't be afraid to make a bit of fuss, because it really does affect your whole experience if things aren't quite up to scratch. So yeah.
How would you sum up your university experience so far?
Yeah. Really mixed, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm very upset that the uni aren't able to provide someone to help me go to the toilet and things like that. And like I have medications that I need to take, and sometimes the note takers aren't allowed to do that either, so it means that I'm sometimes taking preventative medication. So whilst that has been sort of really quite upsetting for me, I think I've found the university community generally really supportive, and really wanting to sort of help me to do well, like in my marks and stuff.
Well, good luck with everything,
Thank you.
Jess. Keep researching on the internet.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure that's what she's doing, not bludging. All right, cheers. I'll speak to you later.
No worries. Yeah.
Hey guys. Hi. I'm Rebel. Is your name Millie? All right. So, when you first came to uni, did you need support, and then how did you get that support?
Well, I have 2 interpreters and a note taker, so for all the lectures I attend, as well as the labs and the practical sessions. So I finished high school and I wanted to go on to university, and I decided, which course I wanted to get into. So I contacted the Disability Liaison Officer and organised to meet with them to discuss the needs and the requirements I would have coming here. And I provided a doctor's report about my disability. So we negotiated about my requirements. So we really thought about, what the best way was to provide my requirements in the labs and things like that when someone's trying to explain something and I'm trying to do some practical work. So we had to think about those kinds of access problems.
Do you have any main tip that you wanted to give maybe deaf students who are watching, who are currently in Year 12, thinking about tertiary education?
Maybe just being really assertive and getting on to your work on time. That's really important. And just try to be positive, enjoy the opportunity to study. It's really worthwhile. And just believe that you can do it.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks, Millie, and good luck with finishing
Thank
your
you.
degree.
Thank you.